What's up guys, Brian representing the Overlay Network, bringing an update to FAs. Still at 40 cards. Extra deck kind of changed a little bit, not really too much, and then in the main deck just some tech choices and personal preference, things I want to do. But yeah, let's get on into it. Still at 40 cards, we're going to start off with Miss FA Auto Navigator, the level 1 wind tuner of the deck. We run her at 3 along with some other cards. We're going to show off the 3 of us first, so we're going to be showing off Miss FA Auto Navigator. She is by far probably the best one because this card is in your hand or graveyard. You can target one FA monster you control whose current level is higher than its original level. So if you have a level 7 FA Hang On Mock, you're going to reduce its level back down to its original level, which is 4, and she becomes the subtracted number, so she's going to become level 3. That's her effect. That's for any FA monster you control, and then when she is normal or special summon, she lets you add one FA field spell from deck to hand. Unfortunately, that's a hard once per turn. That's pretty much her effect, so kind of sucky that it's that, but still a very good level 1 tuner that FAs have and can use and abuse. And then we're going to run 3 FA Hang On Mock. Once he hits level 7, he becomes a Macrocosmos because any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished, so he's pretty dirty when he gets to that point, so we do want to maximize him. All level 4 FAs along with all level 4's FAs along with the level 7s have the effect where they gain attack times 300, gain attack times their level times 300. So yeah, they can get pretty big pretty fast if you're able to get their levels up there. And then each time an FA spell card or trap card is activated, it doesn't matter if it's in the field, if it's in the graveyard, they gain a level, and that's not a hard once per turn. So you're able to manipulate the levels really easily and really quickly. So you're going to want to be able to have dice on hand, if not a piece of paper, pen and paper on hand, so you can keep track of the levels as you're subtracting and minusing. So yeah, but it's really awesome because you're going to be able to chain block a lot. And then another one that we run at 3 is FA Whip Crosser. So like I said, they all share their effect where they gain attack times their level times 300. And once he hits level 7 though, he has an interesting effect where your opponent must pay 3, when he's a higher level / rank than an opponent's monster, your opponent must pay 300 points to activate the effect of that monster. So you're going to be doing some burn damage, and then his other effect is really good. When he hits level 7, your opponent cannot discard or send cards from the hand to your graveyard to activate a card effect, so stopping any hand traps. So when you want to go into your what's called a Halqifibrax combo, you're able to stop them from using hand traps because most of them are level 4 or under, except for Nibiru obviously, and then Trahedia, and then Gores, but then people aren't playing things like that. So he is a really good one, so you want to run him at 3, and the fact that he can block your opponent out from using those hand traps is pretty dirty. Then another one that we run at 3 because we have a total of 19 monsters in this deck is FA Dark Dragster, your level 7 FA, which is really, really good. I mean, just one of the better ones that you want to bring out when you have this guy when you have the right requirements on the field, because he cannot be normal summon. He must be first special summon from your hand by having a level 7 or higher FA monster on the field, and he gains attack equal to its level, like I said. And then same thing, they all gain that effect where they can gain a level when a FA spell or trap card is activated. So really, really good and really powerful. But his effect is where he can reduce his level by 3 to target one card on the field and destroy it. So a Regreki break that you can use on your turn and helps you get rid of clear boards very easily. And the fact that he comes out pretty big already at 2100 is nothing to laugh at. And if you have the field spell, he's going to come out at what, level 9. So he gets pretty big pretty fast. So he's going to be a 2700 beat stick. And then another one that it's not a 3 of, but it's now at 2 is it's always been at 2, at least for me, is Sonic Meister. You just want to see FA names in hand sometimes just to be able to normal summon. He cannot be destroyed in battle when an opponent's monster whose rank / level is lower than him, so once he hits a higher rank or level against those Xyz matchups, he can't be destroyed, and he can make up to 2 attacks on monster during the battle phase once he hits level 7. So yeah, pretty good effect. He is a 2 of, some people run at 1, but it's really personal preference. I like having him at 2 because I need to see some FA cards in hand so I can at least have some board presence in some occasions. And then we're going to continue with the FA spells because I feel it's necessary. We want to run 1 FA Off-Road Grand Prix. All the field spells share their effect where if it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can add a 1 FA card from deck to hand. Doesn't matter, FA card. So the fact that you can search out whatever you want for this archetype is really good thanks to field spells. And each field spell has a unique effect. This unique effect of this field spell is it increases the level of all FA monsters by 2 during the main phase only. And then when an FA monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. So yeah, if they do manage to destroy him, they are going to be paying a price. Unfortunately, it's only during the main phase only that they increase their levels. So yeah, be aware of that if you want to proceed into battle, because it's going to change your levels. So be aware of that. and then you're going to be running, and it doesn't trigger, it doesn't activate, by the way, that doesn't trigger, so don't be cheating. Just make sure you run this deck online so you can understand how it works. And then next up for the 1-0 field spell, we want FA Circuit Grand Prix. This increases the level of all FA monsters on the field by 2 during the battle phase only. And then once per turn, when your FA monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you get to draw a card, helping you dig into your deck so you can search out some of your quick play FA cards like Test Run, Pit Stop, etc. That's the main reason it's here, helping you dig a little further. And then like I said, when destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can add an FA card from deck to hand. So pretty good, really good. Not pretty good, actually really good. And we run 3 UA/FA Hyper Stadium, the newest edition from Phantom Rage, which is still cheap, guys. Go ahead and get it. Very good card. This just really helped FAs just extend a little bit more. And when this card is activated, you can add a UA FA monster from deck to hand, so you're able to search out whatever you need in the archetype, the tuner, the level 7 Dark Dragster, or your Microcosmos, or the one that can help your opponent stop your opponents from activating hand trap effects. Yeah, you can search all those out thanks to this card, which is really, really good. And then you can reveal one field spell in your hand, pay a stack to normal summon an additional time an FA monster. So yeah. This is the only one that doesn't have the effect where you can, if it gets popped by an opponent's card effect, you get to search out a card. But since it is really good and really just really, really good, I really like seeing this card along with City Grand Prix. You just want to run it at 3. You need to run it. It's a field spell deck, so make sure you run this one at 3, along with probably the best one, FA City Grand Prix. FA City Grand Prix is just insane. This increases the level of all your FA monsters by 2 during the main phase and battle phase. So yeah, they can be level 7 pretty much the whole time. And then your opponent cannot target FA monsters you control a card effect when it faces up on the field. And if this one gets popped, you get to search out whatever you need from deck to hand. So definitely one that you got to run at 3, and it's just such cool artwork on this one. I just really like the FA archetype. It was between FAs and UAs, and I like sports like any other guy, but like FAs just look cooler. So we run probably the best quick play along with this is the best quick play, yeah, for FA Test Run. Just really good. Lets you target one FA monster you control to change its battle position, so your own enemy controller, helping you not only increase their levels along with the field spell, but also kind of protect them too. So yeah, so you don't take any battle damage. But not only that, if you do change the battle position when you're FA monster, you can then destroy one card on the field. It's non-targeting destruction, which is really insane. So you have your own Mystic Mind in archetype Mystic Mind out. But not only that, you can banish this card from your graveyard to then target one face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon one FA monster. So you can even pop some of your field spells to plus in some cases, or to search out whatever you need. So that's very good. And the fact that you're going to be able to recycle some of these with Omega, which is just a must-have in the deck, it's really good because Omega lets you recycle a lot of these cards, which are just really, really good. Hence why you run Omega. And then that one's at 3 without a doubt. Probably the best one. Has to run it at 3. I really like Test Run, and then I'm never taking that one out probably. And then we run. I was running Upstart Goblin, but this took the place as the more I was test running it because the extra deck did change. You're going to be running 3 Pit Stop. Pit Stop is just really good. This one lets you target one FA monster you control, decrease its level by 2, and if you do, draw a card. So that's kind of your own in archetype Upstart Goblin that you can actually search out. But the best part about this is during your main phase, except this turn this card was sent to your graveyard, you can special summon one FA from your graveyard, one FA monster from your graveyard. So the fact that this is your like own little an archetype monster reborn that you can use, unfortunately not the same turn, but the fact that you can, like I said, recur these guys with Omega. So if you want to bring it, use one of them just to draw a card, and then have Omega to recycle it back, and then you have one in hand already, you're already going to be able to draw like what, 3, thanks to Omega, because you're going to be able to recycle the first one you used, and you already have the second one in hand or set on the field. So really good. Some of the big brain plays you can do with this is really cool. So definitely we're running Pit Stop now, helping you manipulate levels to synchro summon some really big boss synchro monsters. And then for the Despot package, we're gonna have to be running the Mecha Phantom Abyss Colt Wing, the only brick in the deck that you don't want to draw, and the only brick, honestly, you never want to see this guy in hand. It makes the whole combo dead. And then the Despot 001, because this one is really easy to abuse and use. So yeah, we got to run it because we do run the Crytson Mecha Phantom package. And then the little extender package, the little cute Speedroid Terratop and Speedroid Take Tomber, lets you bring out your FA Hang On Monk really easily. That's what this package is here for. Help you bring out your FA Hang On Monk pretty easily, or your Crytson, either or. But I usually mostly use it for my FA Hang On Monk because that's just a really, really good link that FA Shining Star GT. usually for FA's Shining Star GT. That's just a really good link too, dude. I mean, just super good. So that's the main reason it's here. You want to be able to have little cheeky extenders that are wind. And then just to keep it budget along with the whole deck, we're running 3 Forbidden Challenge. These could easily be imperm or whatever you feel is necessary, but since the whole archetype has quick effect, quick play spells, just decided to keep it with Chalice. And yeah, really good. Helps you stop some important combos mid-combo. And the 1 Terraforming, the 1 Foolish, the Monster Reborn, and the Harpies Feather Duster, because we don't have a lot of back removal, so we run the Harpies Feather Duster for removal. And then we're going to get into the extra deck now. We're going to start off with, I feel it's important to start off with the FA, so we're going to start off with our FA Dark Dragster. And what can I say? Lets you, you know, use his effect. Not a hard once per turn, so you have multiple in them. You can negate up to 2 spell and traps. And then he gains attack equal to his level times 300. He can do piercing damage if he attacks a defense position monster, don't forget that. And just really good. I mean, gotta maximize them at 3 just in case they get rid of the first one. And then we run the 1 FA Motorhome Transport, just your pretty much your Cosmo Destroyer, but better. Gains attack equal to his level, like I said. Gains the level each time an FA spell card is activated. Same thing with Dark Dragster. If this guy is level 11 or higher, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, so that's a problem. And then once he's level 13 or higher, once per turn, you can target 1 FA monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So when you bring him out, it's usually going to be game, and you usually want to bring him out early just to help control the board state, or if you have a lot of quick, if you're able to activate a lot of your FA cards to get him to level 13, because the fact that you can Monster Reborn anything is really insane. So we run him at 1. You can bump him up to 2 depending on how budget we want to make it, but I'm running him at 1 right now. And then we run the 1 FA Shining Star GT. All it takes is 2 machine monsters. He gains attack equal to the level of the FA monster discard points to times 300. What can I say? Just a good card. Insane. And then he gains a counter every time an FA card is activated. An athlete counter at that, and that's a quick effect that lets you remove it. That's an athlete counter that you can use as a quick effect that is a monster negate. So when your opponent activates a monster effect, you're going to remove that counter from him and negate the activation and destroy it. So unfortunately, he doesn't do any. Your opponent takes on battle damage attacks evolving. This card is the big beat set that helps you clear boards, and that he's and a monster negate too at that. So really good card. You can't bump it up to 2, but I only see myself going into him 1 time, because most of the time I'm going into synchro monsters like Cypher and Lord Omega, because like I said, he just helps you recycle a lot of cards in the graveyard, and from your banished into your graveyard, helping you just loop some stuff. So pretty good. And then we run the 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. I mean, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon is just really good. All it requires is a 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner synchro monster, and that's really easy with FAs to do and their level manipulation. So really good boss monster, and since Virtual World is running them, you can give them a little taste of their own medicine too. So there is that. And then we run the 1 High Speed Troid Kite Drake. All he requires is a 1 machine tuner and 1 non-tuner monster. Really good card. When he's synchro strumming, you can activate one of these 2 effects. Destroy all of the cards in the field, non-targeted destruction, or you can negate the effects of all face-up card your opponent controls, so non-targeted negation. And then when this card is destroyed, when this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, by an opponent's card, excuse me, you can add 1 Speed Droid monster from your deck to your hand. So helping you search out some of your godly Speed Droid Takedown Bird, or your Speed Droid Terratop, or your Takedown Bird. So yeah, really good. Kind of pricey, so make sure you get your hands on them, but still very good nonetheless. Then we run the 1 level 7, the Black Rose Dragon, just a black hole, dark hole, what can I say? 1 synchro summon, and then 1 high speed Tranabara. He is pretty much your Cyber Twin Dragon. He can make a second attack during each battle phase, and then at the start of the damage step, if this card battles, you gain 200 attack, so helping you steal some games. And then definitely something you want to be doing. And then if you do happen to banish one of your speed draw cards, you can target one of those banished speed draw cards and add a 10. So there's that too, if that does happen. And then, since I guess these all go together because it's the Crytson package, Crytson Halqifibrax, Auroradon, Savage Dragon, and the last one, Herald the Arclight, because that tuner package right there just gets you at least what Savage with Herald the Arclight. So just, you got to run the package. And then last one is Satellite Warrior, a new addition to the deck. All it requires is a 1 tuner monster, 1 non-synchro monster, which is not hard to do. Like I said with FA, it's very easy to do. He is a level 10, not hard at all, very generic. And then when he is synchro summon, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of synchro monsters in your graveyard, destroy them, and if you do, this guy gains 1,000 attack for each card destroyed. And you can't use the second effect since you don't really run a lot of what's called a Stardust, Synchro, or Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust monsters. You don't run any of those, so you can't really use the second effect, but he does get really big really fast, and people aren't expecting you to synchro summon this guy and then have all at least what those synchro bodies in the field. And minimum, at least, you're gonna have at least 2 because of Herald of Arclight and Borderless Savage, so you at least is going to come out at 4,500. So some people aren't expecting it, and this guy is just a game ender, kind of my version of access code for this deck. And yeah, that's right about it, guys. That's the spice. That's FAs at the moment, you know. What can I say? The deck is still here. It's still doing some stuff. All we can hope for is another wave of support. And up until then, we will be waiting patiently and just running it as it is at the moment, hoping we can steal some games. But yeah, that's FA, boys. Really fun deck. Crytson has not been hit, and if it does get hit, it probably will get hit to 1, so that's why he's at 1 compared to the other profile. But really fun synchro deck with all these cards being pennies on the dollars. The most expensive cards will probably be your high speed or Kite Drake, maybe your Crystal Wing Dragon, your Borderless Savage, and your Crytson. Those are the only 4 cards, and they're all in the extra deck that are really expensive. And then everything else is pretty cheap except for the Harpy's Feather Duster. But yeah, guys, that's right about it. This is Brian, bringing you guys FAs, and then representing the Overlay Network, signing out. Peace.